Today marks a main event for shoppers, President's Day. Retail discounts typically among the deepest of the year today, second only to Labor Day deals. But before you open your wallet, consider this. Some of those products might be fake. The black market for counterfeit goods in this country is exploding. Seizures nationwide up 24% last year. And these items are sold not only on sketchy street corners, but in high-end shopping malls. Ryan Owens brings us this encore presentation.
These cops aren't on the hunt for drugs or a murderer. At this luxury mall in the OC, Orange County, California, police are raiding a shop near Nordstrom and Macy's. The contraband these cops are after? Counterfeit clothes.
Just relax and we have a search warrant. Okay.
Santa Ana police officers arrest the store manager. He's accused of selling phony Prada, Dolce, and a huge stash of True Religion jeans. He pleaded not guilty. While police put their suspect in the car outside, the brains behind the bust is counting the merchandise inside.
So there's not a real pair of True Religion in this store that you've seen?
So far, not that I've seen. So
Right.
this is a great hit.
He's Chris Buckner, not a cop, but a private investigator, the middleman between the police and the brands themselves.
We're sort of like the counterfeit cops. So anything that the cops do to investigate regular crimes, we're really doing here at our company for those brand owners that we represent.
Yeah, it looks like it could be real. I just need to take a better look at it.
Buckner shared some of his secrets on how to tell a fake.
If this were authentic, you would say True Religion on the inside, and there's nothing on these. One of the other things we do may sound a little funny, but we do the smell test on jeans. These guys throw these in plastic bags before they're even dry, throw them on a container, smuggle them to the US. So quite often you'll smell them, and they kind of have a little mildewy smell to them.
Wow.
Long before these cases end up at a police station, they are hatched here at the headquarters of his company, Investigative Consultants.
This is our evidence storage facility. This is where all
Acting on tips, Buckner's agents go undercover to gather evidence.
How many different disguises do you have?
Oh, multiple. I mean, I change my clothes, I change my wigs, sunglasses, accessories. This watch has a camera inside the face of it. This is a keychain. This also does have a undercover camera in it.
James Bond would be jealous. Here's video of an undercover purchase, what investigators believe is a pair of counterfeit headphones. Here, the subject shows the goods, and money is handed over.
There's a darker side than what the public even knows. It's huge. It's beyond what anybody can even comprehend.
Buckner says counterfeiters do a lot more than rip off high-end designers. He says their money funds gangs, organized crime, even terrorist organizations.
So you're saying, here I am, a guy just trying to get a good-looking pair of jeans or some cool sunglasses, and I have no idea where that money ends up.
You have no idea.
There is an attitude that this is a victimless crime. Do you run into that attitude with law enforcement?
We don't want law enforcement to look at us or the brand owner and say, you're wasting my time on a really tiny case and it's not a good case. So our job is to make sure that we bring them something that they really will evaluate. And I can tell you that in the majority of the cases that we do, all get prosecuted.
The warehouse in the back of their office proves that.
You have everything from luxury goods to tennis shoes, you name it, it's in here.
A mountain of confiscated goods, boxed up and stored as evidence for trial. Police are the first to say they couldn't do it without Buckner.
What Chris does for us is pretty much 50% of our tips and investigations.
It's not just the investigative work.
We'll peel off, LAPD will continue forward.
He also goes on the raids. We tagged along for this one with the LAPD. Chris waits a few blocks away to get that call.
Perfect, awesome.
This time, officers arrest this woman for selling goods out of a makeshift store in an area of downtown Los Angeles known as the city's counterfeit capital. Her shop may not look like much, but police say she is part of a crew making more than $500,000 a year.
If you calculate, it's about $2,000 a day.
Their evidence? Allegedly in her own handwriting.
We got the subject we were looking for, recovered counterfeit merchandise. Nobody got hurt, so huge success.
But success is tough to measure when the problem is this massive, and Buckner doesn't have to look far for a reminder of that. The Port of Los Angeles is the largest in the country, a major entry point for illegal goods, most of them from China. 14,000 containers come through here every day. That's a shipment every 7 seconds. Officials are trying to keep up.
With the volume of freight that we get here in Los Angeles, I believe that the smuggler is pretty sure that if they send 20 containers, that a few of them are going to go through.
But Chris Buckner is sure trying. Last year alone, he took about $250 million worth of counterfeit goods off the street.
The public just doesn't really understand the true effects of counterfeit goods, and until they stop buying, this problem's going to continue to get bigger and bigger.
I'm Ryan Owens for Nightline in Orange County, California.